What's up, guys? It's been a few minutes since I posted anything. Just been busy with work and Grand Theft Auto. You know how it is. I got my Figma link in the mail today, so I figure what the heck, it's time to do a new review. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed, and I encourage you to make fun of people who haven't subscribed because you are officially better than them. And that's about it. Thanks. Let's open up Link here and see what's up with him. Well, it may have been a little while since I've recorded a review, but I haven't forgotten how to forget to show off the box, so here's the box. Shows a few different, poses, whatnot, typical stuff. Nice display for him if you got Samus, and which I will get sooner or later. I'm not sure when I'll end up with Samus, but eventually. This is actually worth noting, I suppose, that this is my first and so far only Figma figure, but the only one I've really felt like is absolutely necessary to get, besides Samus. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so I don't really like doing unboxings that much. I don't like them at all, actually, but there's a few things that should be said for Link here in this Figma packaging. This is not all of it, but just a couple of things that are kind of trippy. Well, first of all, here's Link. He comes with an extra face and extra hair, which is unnecessary but appreciated addition. It's a little, I guess, wilder, a little more, I don't know. It's like a little more messed up than his other hair. I guess that's supposed to be for like action hair, He comes with the Master Sword and Hyrulean Shield, and just seeing those two kind of sculpted in plastic at this scale is pretty cool. Very nice. So those are going to fall out now. And then he has his sword slash effect and the sheath for the sword. It also comes with a little plastic, a little plastic bag, I guess, to label and put your Link stuff in. That's interesting. First Figma figure, like I say, that I've got. I did get a knockoff Fireball Drossel figure. Lackluster, to say the least, but needless to say, didn't come with as many things. Also, he seems to come with some kind of little diorama cutout thing here. I'm going to figure out what exactly that is, and looks like it can be ripped out of the back there and displayed. Pretty cool. Alright. He also comes with a stand, plastic stand here that pegs into his back. There's a peg hole in his back for that. The stand base, and a little rack for his extra hands, which is a nice little bonus. Well, it's not a big deal, but man, these hands get lost pretty easy, so I can appreciate something to corral them. So here he is on my wobbly little rotating display. So Link's a pretty cool, and I would say detailed figure. There's not a lot of detail to Link as a character, but everything is there that you would expect to be. Probably the most intricate things are his accessories, his sword, his shield, and the sheath, or scabbard, for his sword. They're all pretty well detailed, painted well, accurate paint apps everywhere. I don't see any kind of fudged paint anywhere, so that's good. It's pretty cool the way his sword and shield go together here, so I should kind of show here. So the shield handle comes off and can be repositioned in a few different ways. So you can see the peg here that pegs into his back. He actually has two peg holes in his back. Looks like two different shaped peg holes, but so this handle comes off here. It unplugs in a couple of spots, and that frees up that. So you can see his sheath here. Get the Triforce on there. No other kind of odd things about it other than this little peg here and a little notch there so that the shield doesn't slide off. So there's the Master Sword. Pretty cool. Almost worth the purchase just on its own, I would say. The end of the handle comes off, I guess, although it's a little tough right now to slip it through Link's hand. That's how he's able to hold stuff, and it plugs back on the back. So there's that. It's got a silver and blue paint job on the blade, and some little detailing on the hilt. Basically what you would expect to see. So that's good. And the shield, very nice. Paint's all accurate. No bleed over on any parts. It's all done pretty well. As far as the shield goes, there are 2 parts to it. Well, 3 parts technically. There's this leather strap, and then the handle. The handle comes apart as well to put it in Link's hand. Plug it back in. Like so. And it's reversible. Oops. Hello. It's reversible. You can change the way that this is positioned to kind of accommodate how you want Link to be holding a sword and blah blah blah. Actually, it doesn't go that way, but it will go this way. That's basically how you want it when it's attached to the scabbard. So there's that. Pretty cool. Let's go over some articulation. So Link has these joints that Figma uses. Basically ball joints. It's more of a disc, I guess, than a ball. You can see here in the elbow. It's pegged in on both sides and it swivels on both ends, and then it just will move like that. So he's got that in his neck. His hat is articulated, so you can do this for hours on end until the paint wears off. So yeah, he's got it in the neck. He's got a might as well be ball-jointed torso. I'm not sure exactly what's in there, but not an incredible range of motion, but enough to make a difference. He's got a ball-jointed shoulder. This is much like the Play Arts Kai, except instead of having a whole shoulder flap in and out, it's basically just 2 ball joints. A ball joint that sits inside the shoulder cavity there, and one that sits in the arm, so you can get some pretty decent range of motion out of it. There's no articulation in the sculpt below his sleeve. It's all just this ball joint there. Same thing with the wrists. The wrists are a little bit more straightforward, swivel hinge there. And then he's got a double ball jointed, no, just single ball joint. Well, there you can see it. There's everything right there. 3 ball joints. So 1 underneath, 2 on top. The legs swivel here. There's a point, I believe they swivel there. I can't quite get it with just my fingers here, but let me plug this back in. And yeah, they swivel like there at the top of the hip. And then the knee has the same joint here too. The sculpt kind of hinders some would-be movement, but not bad. So it moves in and out just like that, and then below the knee it swivels, but there's no swivel above the knee, so you can't move Link's leg up too far. The hip's basically doing all that rotation here. There's no rotation like that past the bottom of the knee. But no big deal. Try to tuck his skirt in. Excuse me, his tunic. I would not dare disrespect Link. Alright, and then the ankle, same type of disc, or ball joint, you could call it. And then he's got some little articulation there in the toes. The way that this is pegged in, I don't know if there's some rock to the ankle. Yes, there is. Very good. All right, so there's some articulation. Let's go ahead and make him look cool. That's what I want to do. All right, so Link is pretty posable. You can do all kinds of stuff with him. So he comes with a whole bunch of hands, and this is a good thing. You've got kind of the at rest hands, open hands, fists, the open fists, or the fists that he would use to grip things, and then he's got these ones here, which kind of would be the stabbing, slashing, raising the sword over his head type of hands. Now these are the ones that I had on him a second ago, this one here, and it wasn't really doing what I wanted it to because it was giving way right here. This joint is a little too loose. I might have to put some super glue in there and tighten it up, because what happens is Link has this sword effect that slips over his sword like so, and when he has that, basically, you only have a couple of options that are going to look like he's actually doing something. So maybe something like that might be more appropriate. But with that other hand, with it a little more, with the sword pointed out, it looks more natural, like he's actually swinging a sword. The problem is that with this effect on it, this thing was just giving way constantly. It was like a limp noodle. But might as well show you kind of how this works. So the bottom of this hilt did not come off easily for me at all, and I was really nervous pulling at it because it felt like it wanted to break. But it did pop off the way it was supposed to eventually. So you do that, put the new hand on, put the end of the sword back, and then slide that in there. Okay, so now that looks a little bit more natural to me. But the problem with it I was having is that this thing was just kind of doing this. Had a hard time getting it into a position I wanted without it flopping over. So, if yours is doing that, maybe hit it with a little super glue and work it in there and see if you can't tighten it up, because that's what I'm going to have to do. This is actually the hand I think I'm going to want to display him with. So, in order for him to stay looking the way he's supposed to look, then I think that's the hand I'm going to have to fix. So very cool figure overall. I'm really happy with him. Figma, I mean, for the value, I think Link here was somewhere between 30 and 40 bucks. That's a hell of a deal. If you can get him for around 30 or whatever, just the quality of the materials, all the accessories that give you all the different hands, the effects, the stand, the little plastic baggie to put your crap in. That's dumb, actually, but still nice to have it in there. I'd say that I'd have no problems recommending this guy. As a matter of fact, this has got me more excited for the Samus that I have pre-ordered. Now, I guess it's worth noting that these figures actually were released not too long ago, and there have been reviews of them, I'm sure. I didn't actually see any, but well, I should say I didn't watch any. Not that there weren't any to be seen. But I dig him a lot. I guess it's not too much of a surprise. Link is one of my all-time favorite characters from one of my all-time favorite games, although I guess also it's worth mentioning that this Link in particular is from Skyward Sword. That's the Skyward Sword version of Link. But he's cool. I dig him a lot. Just a quick size comparison too. It's not very big, but he's a good size. All that I had handy were some Ninja Turtles. So if you remember what a Ninja Turtle is, Ninja Turtles are smaller than I remember. But Link looks like he's way bigger than him. Here's a more current Raphael. give you an idea of the size of Link here. Great figure. Very happy to have this guy. He's exceeded my expectations, which I love when that happens. So stay tuned for more. I've got the Men in Black Bishoujo Agent G. I don't know if anybody's interested in that or not, but I've got some other Bishoujos to do. I didn't forget about Bishoujo, trust me. It's just kind of slow right now. We're in a little bit of a lull, and I'm trying to think of when the next one comes out. Well, whenever it comes out, I'll get it, and I will review it, and I'll show it to you. I think we get Tekken one next. I'm not sure. Anyhow, stay tuned. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. I'll have more videos for you later. If you guys have any requests, anything specific, I may not have exactly what you want me to review, but I just might. So if there's anything specific you want, let me know, and I'll see what I can do to accommodate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.